there was a bunch of data from this company, iSoon, that was released publicly about what it is like to be a computer security company in China. And honestly, as I was reading through this, you all, they're like, they're out all night, they're drinking, they're doing drugs. So it really is truly a lot like John McAfee. Like literally the soul of John McAfee is not dead. It's burning bright in Beijing.
If we get drafted into cyber war, I at least want a karaoke bar.
CISA got hacked through that exact same Avanti appliance vulnerability. And I can't get a timeline as to whether or not it happened after the patch was released or before.
Oh, they also haven't given any info about what was accessed.
It reads like every single bad company that gets compromised and doesn't share information properly.
The thing that concerns me about it is it says the systems that were compromised are the private sector chemical security plans. That does make me tremble a little.
Seriously, someone at CISA is in big trouble.
They probably listened to the news and realized they should go back and see if they got hacked, just like we were talking about. And they're like, oh, Wade was right.
Microsoft admits Russian state hack is still not contained. This has tremendous national security implications. The hackers from Russia's SVR, Foreign Intelligence Service, used data obtained in the intrusion, which it disclosed mid-January, to compromise some source code repositories. So whenever you talk about somebody getting access to source code, I'm far less concerned these days about them getting access to source code, finding a vulnerability, and exploiting that vulnerability than I am of them actually injecting malicious things inside of that source code, which we know that the Russians can do, they have done, and they've done it very well. I want to call out Slothboy real quick, just to put this out there. I don't think Microsoft email source code was the end goal. Microsoft does a lot of stuff that adversaries are probably more interested in from an intel perspective, taking down different nation state, non-nation state hacking groups. I think Slothboy, I think that's a really, really good point.
So the FBI, right, comes out with an IC3 report every year that talks about pretty much all the financial crimes that are going on and how much is being transferred and how much people are losing. And honestly, I'm also very surprised how well they're doing at actually helping people who've been breached. So the Internet Crime Center's Recovery Asset Team, otherwise known as RAT, they will actually help you try to get your money back. The person in Connecticut lost $425,000, but they actually got almost all of the money back. The FBI says it reached 880,000 complaints to the FBI, which is 10% higher than last year.
Sometimes victims would say nothing because they were too embarrassed. So I see positives in this, that citizens are reporting crimes to the FBI. Maybe they weren't even aware they could do that before.
I'm just going to be my own CISA right now and just say, emergency directive, whatever NAS you have on the internet, don't have it on the internet. People are ending up with these products without really knowing even what a NAS is. It's just, I need to back up my photos and stuff. Here's what we sold you. Then you're like, cool, now I can back up my computer. I'm safe. And then you plug this in, put it in your garage or your under your desk. Now it's gone from your awareness. You're not patching it. You back up your computer to it. You didn't even know it was on the internet.
These are great for ransomware, okay? They obviously have a ton of files on them. That's really their whole purpose in life, is to store a bunch of data. One of the vulnerabilities is SQLI. How long has this been on the OAuth top 10, dude?
Probably has universal plug and play, and it opened up those ports for convenience reasons.
You can secure these things properly. You can put some layers in place.
Please make sure that you aren't part of this botnet, because I don't want to be getting those emails, and neither do you. Automakers, if you enable certain things in your car, just share your data with data brokers, and then insurance companies purchase your data from data brokers and jack up your insurance rates if you're a quote-unquote unsafe driver. This is primarily targeting Chevrolet cars, and they basically agreed to their smart driver program or whatever it's called. It's not like it said anywhere, hey, just a warning, we're going to disclose this data to your insurance provider. How is this legal?
It's bad. It's horrible. But that's LexisNexis business, is buying data. So I don't remember ever signing anything when I bought a car saying, don't share my data.
What do they say if you can't change the data? Poison the well.
Yeah. I love the idea of poisoning the well.
We go to the junkyards, we buy all the computers, and we just flood LexisNexis with fake data.
We put them in centrifuges.
Oh my God. That is such a good idea. Okay, that's the solution.
Join us for live InfoSec news every Monday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Black Hills InfoSec YouTube channel.